zone.
What up, players? It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to Friday, 24th day of October 2025. My name is Nick. There's Big J right over yonder.
Yeah, right here.
And we are here together collectively as a unit, ready to rock and or roll as you head into your final day of the week as well, the work week hopefully. And then just sail on forth through the weekend, Big J. Any big weekend plans for you, sir?
Yeah, I don't know. It's I was thinking about that. I mean, I got stuff I got to get done today because the weather's supposed to turn a little nasty over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple projects that if I don't get done, will poorly reflect upon me.
Because of promises made?
No, because of somebody's plans and giving me a job to do, apparently.
You've been putting it off until this weekend?
No, but it involves hanging things and,
Oh, no.
Yeah, real guy work, real man work.
Well, good luck, man.
Yeah. We'll see how that lines out. But as far as like stuff that's going on, aside from our live broadcast on Saturday, I don't have any major plans.
Nice.
So,
you can relax a little bit.
Saving that for next weekend.
Plug in that recharger before your weekend in Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles.
Rubbing elbows with the immortal John Carpenter. Hanging out, eating dinner at a Denny's with him, probably. Carpenter seems like the kind of guy that would go to a Denny's, right? Just some old greasy spoon diner food.
I don't know.
Huh? He doesn't seem hoity-toity at all to me.
No, he doesn't, but I don't see him at a Denny's either.
Come on. You don't see him like grabbing a moons over my hammy at like 3 in the morning?
No.
All right. Fair enough. But still, you'd be hanging out.
I see him
with
more
John
like
Carpenter.
at Roscoe's, to be honest. Like
You
he's
do?
a chicken and waffles guy for sure.
That could be. They are delicious, though, together. I will stand on that ground for sure. We got a busy Friday. It is a day full of helping. It's a day full of laughs. It's a day full of information and a day full of fun, we hope. First things first, it is the final day for textual healing, Big J. RIP to our $500 a day. Today is the final day you can play along and try to win your share of that particular cash. So we will give you your first final keyword of the day a little bit after 9 o'clock this morning. We're very excited about that. You have another clue coming your way in the X-Rock murder mystery, Big J.
Mm-hmm.
Some things were clarified yesterday, but still need some help in other departments. So we have another clue coming your way at 7:30 this morning. That is a promise. We are going to have a visit from the Comedy Lounge, another action-packed weekend of fun and excitement happening there, and you'll learn all about it. Plus, we're going to learn a little bit about a nonprofit called Idaho to Fly and how you can help out their particular service, which is helping out people and gentlemen that have been diagnosed with cancer. So it's for the best of causes, and we're going to learn a little bit more about that today. That feel like a sufficient table setting, Big J?
Yeah, I think that's good.
I mean, we got Adam Sandler tickets, too. That's going to happen. Boo at the Zoo passes. That's all weekend long.
Yeah.
So we are going to bribe you to listen as well. Plus, we play good music like White Zombie. More human than human. Kicking things off here on the morning after with Nick and Big J on the X-Rocks.
Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by Team Mazda and the pre-owned superstore. Getting finance at Team Mazda easier than ever thanks to GoTeamCredit.com. Everybody gets pre-approved, not a single effect on your credit, so check it out today. Log on to GoTeamCredit.com and get started. Effective yesterday, Big J, the city of Boise made some pretty serious changes to the Lime micro-mobility devices that are kind of scattered around the city. You're familiar with the concept, right?
Yeah.
The popular scooters, the bicycles, the other options, and they wanted to make sure they helped with consumer safety. And so they released a news release yesterday saying it's reducing the maximum speeds for e-bikes and e-scooters in the Boise downtown area and on the Greenbelt as well. Lime devices used to go up to about 15 miles per hour. They're now going to be basically kind of restrictor capped at 10 miles an hour in downtown Boise. And you can go up to 12 miles an hour on the Boise Greenbelt at all times. The city of Boise also announced changes to how it's trying to educate e-scooter and e-bike riders, specifically those who own private devices with higher speeds. Bike patrols are still in place, but the education efforts have been increased. Do you know, Big J, that since the Lime was debuted here in Boise, they've had over 2 million riders. So it's a successful enterprise.
Damn, that's a lot.
It's how a lot of people get from point A to point B, and they're trying to make it a little bit safer. And they also address the parking of the devices in the release. Well, there are mandatory
parking?
and preferred parking areas for Lime devices. The city is asking users to be more aware of where they park them. Officials say that Lime users can now officially get discounts on their next ride for parking in a preferred parking area as opposed to just leaving it in some random street corner, you know?
Yeah, or, on the side of the road.
In the middle of the sidewalk, whatever. On top of your car, Big J, that's happened a couple times. So you got to make sure you put them in the right spot. And then you'll save yourself some money. So some changes happening. You're not going to be able to go nearly as fast. And you have to be able to, well, not have to, but it's a good idea if you want to save yourself some money to park it in the right kind of spot. So if you are a regular Lime user, this will impact your daily, perhaps weekly commute. Who knows? Or just your joyride down the Greenbelt, whatever you want to do with it. But you're not going to be able to go as fast, Big J. These speed demons on these Lime bikes.
Yeah.
It's got to be stopped.
For their own good.
That's right. ESPN's College Game Day pregame show is back in the SEC for the second straight week and for the fifth time this season. Things might look a little bit different because they're going to be in Nashville, Big J, for the Week 9 matchup between the Missouri Tigers and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Missouri's ranked number 14. Vanderbilt's a top 10 football team, Big J.
Crazy, man.
This is only the second time that Game Day has visited Nashville for the Vanderbilt game. The only other time was in 2008 when the Commodores hosted Auburn and defeated the Tigers 14-13 in an upset. So obviously Commodores fans are hoping that the trend continues and they're undefeated when Game Day comes to town. But this is a very big deal in Nashville. Vanderbilt not considered well, I mean, listen, they're in the SEC. They have been for a while, but they've never really been a threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're always like, it takes a lot to get into Vanderbilt University. They're like the Stanford of the SEC. It's difficult. They're a hoity-toity college, you know? And so they've always kind of been the doormat, but now they're a top 10 football team, Big J. You better watch out.
Okay.
And you want to know why? Because they pay their players to go to their school. There's a lot of money at Vanderbilt, dude.
Yeah.
Lots of very well-off people went to Vanderbilt at one point, and so they have the ability to hand out that money for good football players.
Yeah, probably the Vanderbilts.
Ooh, maybe, but I doubt it.
I should make that up. I don't know if they're a thing or not.
Big J, this may please you. I don't know.
Oh.
You know that Stranger Things is coming to an end, right?
Yes.
They are going to have a 2-hour finale for the series that's going to premiere on New Year's Eve. And Netflix has announced they are going to screen that 2-hour finale in movie theaters nationwide alongside its streaming debut. So you'll be able to watch it in movie theaters if you want, or you can watch it at home.
What I would give to watch the last season's ending in the theater.
You probably could if you wanted to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I mean, that would have been epic just with, master puppets. That would have been, oh man. So yeah, this is something that interests me.
This marks the first ever theatrical release of a Netflix series episode. The Duffer Brothers had expected interest in a simultaneous theater release because it's something that they haven't done before and they want to check it out. But fans can be there with other fans and they can enjoy it together and it can be like a whole kind of experience. The only downside is, it's going to be released in theaters the exact same day it's released online. So there's not going to be you can go early or whatever. So the possibility of it being spoiled or whatever before you get in the theater at 6 o'clock at night when it actually premieres is pretty high. So you have to kind of avoid.
I think you can
that
avoid
particular.
that stuff.
Yeah, you would hope so. But I'm just saying, if you're living that Stranger Things life, it might be harder than you think. Netflix will announce specific theater locations later on this year, but it'll be in 350 nationwide. So odds are it'll probably pop up here somewhere, Big J. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It is the X-Rocks. That is Pearl Jam. That is Daughter here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Lots of things can change in 5 years, Big J.
Oh, yeah.
What once was incredibly hot can be completely forgotten almost 5 years later. And that is the case with something that was a really big deal. It feels like it was a big deal for a lot longer than, as I'm looking at the numbers, it was apparently a big deal for. But it felt like a couple of years ago, you would go online and somewhere, somehow, you would get locked into somebody trying to buy sneakers or get a lottery for sneaker buying or whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
Like buying sneakers and getting in on these deals was a huge thing. People would collect them. They'd have rooms full of them. They'd put together closets based on them. And at least if you believe, probably the biggest sneaker store in the country in Placentia, California, that has the biggest online following about sneakers, the
Foot Locker?
sneaker, no, not quite. Not quite. But it is, of course, gone. Like the desire for high-priced, exclusive sneakers has gone away over the last calendar year. And they just recently posted a viral video about why the sneaker snails are dying. And they found out, listen, right now, you could buy crazy, like what once was very expensive shoes that were going for like $560 and $720. You can now grab them for like $110. And off-white dunks, which 5 years ago were going for like $750, they're on sale now for $320. And the store is called Hidden Realm, and it's got a huge following online, and he's talking about how and why sneaker sales have gone off the rails. And he says, listen, there's just fewer people buying at this point. And people aren't even coming in to sell their shoes anymore. So it started a kind of broader conversation about the collapse of the sneaker real estate market, and it got people looking online. Now, back in 2020, basically once sneakers went on sale, their price went up 58% because there was an exclusivity. There was a lot of lotteries being held to get your hands on these particular shoes. And so they would instantly jump on the resale market, and people were snapping them up for almost twice as much as what they were paying for them if they got them on sale. And now that number is down to 7% higher than retail market. So that literally there is no sneaker resale market anymore. And there's lots of reasons for that. Number one is inflation. Number two, that's economic uncertainty. But the big reason is all of the sneaker sellers that were doing this were like, oh my God, people love this. And then they started to oversupply it. One of the biggest things about collecting sneakers was there was a limited edition of these particular numbers. Now they're everywhere and in mass numbers, and they stop being collector's items because they're so easy to get a hold of. And that may, more than anything, Nike deciding to put a lot more sneakers on the market may have murdered the sneaker resale market more than anything else. But if you believe the commenters on the viral video piece, there's also things like, you can't eat sneakers and groceries are more important, and people found out that shoes are just shoes. And so there are lots of reasons why perhaps this thing has died down, but there was a point where it was a pretty big deal for you to get your hands on some of these sneakers that are exclusively available. That's no longer the case. It's kind of gone the way of the dodo, which is crazy how we can go from hot to not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the world of fashion, investment, all that kind of stuff. Because there are lots of people that bought in on this sneaker thing thinking that there's your retirement fund. You know what I mean? And now it's just like, nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares about your Jordans. Everybody's got a pair of Jordans now. It's just, it's crazy how that went away. Were you into sneakers for a bit, or the wife?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I won one shoe lottery in my entire life, and I was like, this is dumb. And then I stopped.
After you won, you're like, it's dumb.
Yes.
I won.
Yes. It was dumb. I was like, I don't know why I spent all this time doing it, because now I have these shoes, and they're not worth anything, but I'm happy that I have them. But I've never worn them, and I probably never will. And it's like, okay, what the hell was that?
Well, what's to stop it from getting fired back up again?
I'm guessing probably there need to be people that care about it, and there needs to be less shoes on the market. It needs to be more of a collector thing again. But the problem is, people bought them at a really, really high price. It's going to be difficult for us to get back to that. I mean, listen, we're talking about resale. It was 58%. Now it's at 7%. That market's got to correct itself by 50% in order for people to even get back to where it was 5 years ago. So there's a lot of stuff getting in that way. The economy is the first thing, probably. The amount of expendable income people have is number 2. And then the desire to want to get back into this shoe mess when especially now that it's fleeting. And, like, what's the point, right? It doesn't hold their value like other things can and will. So do you want to take that chance again and throw down another $800 for a pair of sneakers when you don't know what it's going to look like in 5 years, right?
Yeah, so what you're saying, now's the time to get in on it. Perfect.
I'm saying now if you want to buy shoes is the time to buy shoes for shoes, but it is not the time to buy
some
shoes.
Cool shoes that once cost hundreds of dollars.
For collecting shoes for whatever reason. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Big J's Song of the Week is next on the X Rocks. It is called Spectre here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. It is time for Big J's Song of the Week. First we find out the what, then we find out the why. What do you got for us today, Big J?
How about some new Hailstorm, a song called Like a Woman Can?
All right, check it out. It's on the X. Here's Big J's Song of the Week. It is Hailstorm Like a Woman Can here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. What are you picking that song for, Big J?
Yeah, man. Well, their album Everest came out in August, Nick, and that is another powerful song from that album from our friends in Hailstorm. And just got some bluesy, deep song. Makes me think, they'd be a great candidate one day for a James Bond theme song.
Oh, yeah. Why not? I mean, maybe not the mainstream appeal that they look for in some James Bond type themes. They don't really go off the beaten path a lot with who they choose, at least in recent history. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, they chose Garbage at one point.
Yeah.
And some other, White Stripes. So at least a combination of White Stripes.
With Alicia Keys.
With Alicia Keys. So you never know, but she's got that bluesy sound sometimes. I mean, she's such a chameleon when it comes to her vocals, and it's just incredible. So this song, I think, and several others to the entire album, I think might get some Grammy looks when they announce that here stuff. At least they're making a push for that, and we'd be down with that again because we love that band.
And they've already won a Grammy. Why not make them a multiple Grammy award-winning
Damn
band?
right, man.
Huh? Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, some important stuff and another clue in the X-Rock murder mystery. Hold tight. It's the X.
Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
The important stuff brought to you by Team Mazda and the Pre-Owned Superstore. Guess where Big J is going to be tomorrow from 1 to 3?
Where I usually am, the old Kmart parking lot in Nampa.
He's there whether Team Mazda is there or not. So
I just keep a tent there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool place to hang out.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the middle of everything. If you want to grab a car wash, you can do that right across the street. But if you want to just kind of like hang out in the sun and bake, it's a great place
More
to be.
More importantly, Nick, right across from the Golden Corral.
So if you want to catch Big J this weekend, you can do so at the old Kmart in Nampa from 1 to 3 tomorrow, broadcasting live, not just for fun. Not because Golden Corral, but because Team Mazda is there for their final $5 car sale of the year. You can buy new or used for $5 down, make no payments till February 2026, and get a $2,000 Visa gift card with your new car. Sure, it might rain this weekend, but you know what? There's a big, gigantic tent where all of the deals are going down inside. You can stay out of the elements and get into a vehicle that you love and hang out with Big J in the process tomorrow from 1 to 3 at the old Kmart in Nampa with a live broadcast from the X and, of course, Team Mazda and the Pre-Owned Superstore. Big J, friendship is rare. We tell it all the time.
Yeah, thanks,
But
Tenacious D.
as you get older, it gets even more rare, Big J. It's like a diamond in the rough. Do you understand? And new research confirms that as you get older, Big J, it's just tougher to become friends with somebody. Not only that, but it's really hard to make them kind of shift into that close friend kind of territory, you know?
Yeah, what's the definition there of close friend?
Close friend would be somebody that you talk to 3 times a week or you visit with 1 or 2 times a week.
Wait, there's a number?
Well, you asked. I'm giving you what they said.
That's according to their study.
Yes.
I see.
This is what they consider to be a close friend. Somebody that you keep in touch with on a regular basis and hang out with in person several times as well. 69% of people over the age of 40 say it's tough to maintain close friendships, and it's challenging as you get older. The average American has about 3.6 close friends and loses nearly 1 good friend annually. Big J, are you losing friends like crazy?
I don't think so, no.
How many close friends do you say you have under those parameters? 0? You're not hanging out with somebody 1 or 2 times a week.
No, not really. Well, I mean, it depends on the week, but I would say 4 or 5.
All right.
I mean, I talk to a lot of folks. So.
Sure. And so over the past decade, respondents reported that they lose touch on average with about 8 friends a year. Those aren't even ones that are considered close. They just used to talk and now they just don't anymore. Of course, as you get younger, it's a lot easier to gain friends and to move on from one friendship to the next, but it is something that you need in order to, I don't know, have a good work-life balance, I would guess, is to have some sort of friendship that you can cash in on from time to time and have fun with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So enjoy it while you have it and foster the ones that you do have. That way you make sure you don't lose them. Unless, of course, Big J, they've broken some unwritten rule. And then there's lots of friendship deal breakers. Agree or disagree?
Damn right.
Big J, your Boise State Broncos will travel down to Nevada to take on Nevada tonight. Big J, kickoff 8 o'clock in the evening on CBS Sports Network. It's going to be 70 degrees and mostly cloudy down there in Nevada. Nevada coming into the game 1-6, 0-3 in the Mountain West. Boise State 5-2 overall, 3-0 in the Mountain West. What is your final score prediction for tonight's game?
More importantly, these asshats, the Nevada Wolfpack, they're throwing a anniversary party for the 2010 victory over the Broncos for their season, Nick.
Yeah.
If you recall.
It ruined the Broncos' chances.
Oh, man. And, I don't know if the team has got it in them, but I want to beat down. I want to beat down and a kind of send-off because we probably aren't going to be seeing Nevada in a rare occasion after we move on here from the Mountain West Conference. The kind of just demolishing that will ruin their program for the rest of Nevada's existence. But I don't think Danielson's got it in him to do that, to just unleash the dogs of war.
This is a bad Nevada team, though.
Yeah, I know. So he wouldn't do it on purpose. It would just be an accident. I'm going to say, here's what I would like the score to be, 60-20.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if it'll get there. It's like 21.5 point
Broncos are
spread,
favored by 21.5.
But I want the kind of beatdown that is like, don't ever mention our names again.
All right. Keep our names out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Like a Will Smith slap to the face of Nevada.
Yes.
And they're just standing there shocked. Like, did that really happen? Did we just get slapped in the face in our own stadium? On national television? So you can check out the game tonight on CBS Sports Network if you'd like to. Again, kickoff around 8 o'clock or so this very evening. Big J, Shaquille O'Neal, one of our favorite people.
Yeah.
Might be getting to know Flo or the Geico pretty soon. Well, he's already got insurance with the General, if you may remember. So this joke doesn't...
That's just started his campaign of like just being in every commercial, man.
His custom Range Rover has been stolen. The vehicle is customized to 57'1".
I'm going to hunt you down.
NBA great. It's worth $180,000 American dollars, Big J.
Well, it's got to be... Doesn't have a rear seat, probably.
It was apparently taken while being shipped from Georgia to Louisiana for additional custom work. The company named Effortless Motors had it removed on Monday, but the car never made it to its destination. Authorities believe that thieves hacked the moving company and got the lowdown onto when and where the car was going. So now the company is offering a $10,000 reward. Shaq is working with police to help track it down because, of course, he's a police officer himself.
He's a law enforcement person.
So he's probably all dressed up, tracking down his vehicle.
I'm on the case.
We cut down to here's Shaquille O'Neal reacting to finding out his car was stolen.
Damn it.
That's the kind of emotion you get out of Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm going to find you.
It's probably
Is
several
that
people.
the one guy you don't want to steal from is Shaq?
I mean, listen, I feel like there's people probably more dangerous than Shaquille O'Neal, but I would want to be on his bad side, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Shaquille O'Neal seems to stand on business, and you probably don't want to be in his, you don't want to make his to-do list. You know what I'm saying?
Also, like, when we talked this, I think a couple weeks ago about Guy Fieri and, Sammy Hagar's tequila getting hijacked, man, if you're a rich person shipping stuff, look out. Like, you hire a mercenary team to be around that Black Dog style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, get Patrick Swayze on the case. Oh, we can't.
He's dead.
Sorry. Too soon?
Was he a mercenary?
No.
Or are you thinking like...
No, I'm combining multiple...
You wanted a bouncer, like
No,
Roadhouse
I'm referencing Black Dog, the movie.
Oh, Black Dog.
Where he's a truck driver and getting hijacked. I mean, that was the whole...
Yeah, where Meatloaf was the bad guy. I remember. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. It is the X-Rocks.
To light, stories that are incredibly up. Oh man, we're going to hell.
Oh, you know they're both going to hell, right?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
New York City is where we're going for today's Ruin Hell story, Big J.
New York City?
And you ever see, we're giving away Adam Sandler tickets. You ever see that Adam Sandler movie, Punch Drunk Love?
Yes.
Do you remember what the B plot is about Adam Sandler buying a bunch of something? Does that ring a bell to you?
No.
One of the biggest subplots in the movie is him buying a crap ton of yogurt because they have that special thing going on where you could get airline miles for free, and he had come up with an idea of how to fly for free for the rest of his life. And that's based on a true story of somebody that really kind of did that. And they weave that into the plot line of Punch Drunk Love, which was an interesting subplot. But it's based on a real story, and this story for today is kind of in that vein. It's like when you find a shortcut or a way around something, do you take advantage once and then let it go, or do you go back to that well again and again and again
Well, if you
and
keep
again?
going back, somebody's going to notice.
Yeah, you're right. And Jake Moto found out the hard way. A 38-year-old man was arrested with fraud charges, Big J, because he did something and exploited a food delivery app's loophole to unlawfully receive about 1,000 deliveries without ever paying for them.
That's a lot, man.
It's a lot. It broke out to about $48,000
Oh, my God.
over the course of the fraud. And it took him more than 2 years to do it. Basically, what would happen was he was taking advantage of the order cancellation policy of a major food delivery platform for over 1,000 free meals. So he would do this without being detected, and it wasn't very easy for him to do it, but he figured it out. Basically, he created about 224 different accounts on this delivery app using fake emails like you trying to sign up for Netflix. And then basically registered them under false names and false addresses. And basically, he would use prepaid Visa cards to register this account and then canceled the membership a few days later so that nobody ever thought anything was going down. So it made it very hard for the platform to detect and stop this operation, which resulted in the loss of over $48,000 over the last 2 years. According to the reports, what would happen was he would place an order on the food delivery app. He would then schedule contactless delivery. And he would do different addresses around and kind of be there and then pick up the food. And then after the food arrives, he would falsely claim that he never received the order and then got a full refund for that order. And then he would cancel his account. Does that make sense?
God, man, it's working real hard.
So for an example, on the last time this was successful, it was October 10th. He created a new account for the delivery app under a fake name and a fake address. Then he ordered a ton of stuff. We're talking tacos, chicken steaks, all sorts of things. Total added up to be about $105. And then he said it had not been delivered, so they refunded him that and said he never got it. And because it was a new account, they're trying to make the new customer happy, right? So they're like, well, then let's give you this if you never got it, our apologies. And then he would do this again and again and again. After he was arrested, he said, listen, at first I enjoyed doing it, and then after I knew it worked, it was like I was addicted. I couldn't stop doing it to get free food. Right. And so he was arrested earlier this month and is facing charges of fraud and all sorts of different things. And so it's something that you need to keep in mind. If you find a loophole, it's there for a reason, and it's probably going to get closed at some point. And when they do find it, you're going to be in pretty big trouble. So yeah, it's probably tough to resist the free food con that you have come up with, especially as expensive as food delivery can be. But there's got to be some sort of morals in there somewhere. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of people justify, well, this company's making millions of dollars. It's a poor excuse.
Yeah, I mean, you're stealing is what you're doing at the end of the day. And you're going out of your way in order to do it.
And then it becomes at some point his goal wasn't even to make money or to defraud a system or anything like that. It was a compulsion, and so all the work this dude went through to do this, to create all this stuff over and over. I mean, it seems like it would take over his life. He needs mental help more than anything.
Yeah, I think he's probably got a problem. There's a compulsion there. There's an addiction there. He probably wanted to be caught at the end of the day. All those things you can say. But yeah, he went through a lot of trouble in order to keep up this thing going on. And listen, 2 years is a long time to never pay for a meal, Big J. Agree or disagree?
I mean, yeah.
So there's also that. But eventually it'll come home to roost. And now he's in serious trouble for it. So pay for your food
Now
delivery,
he gets
please.
food delivered to his cell.
That's right. That's also free. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. Some important stuff and your pop culture smackdown next on the X.
Here's traffic.
Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by Boo at the Zoo. It's this weekend, baby. The best holiday tradition continues. Boo at the Zoo Saturday, Boo at the Zoo Sunday, taking over Zoo Boise. Bring the whole family out. There's going to be trick-or-treat stations left, right, and center, costume contests, everything you can imagine. Some special Halloween-themed animal adventures. So it's going to be a great weekend out there at Zoo Boise. The X going to be out there handing out a ton of candy and other fun on Sunday the 26th. So you can come out on Sunday if you want to hang out with the X. Otherwise, listen, Saturday's going on too. It's presented by Delta Dental of Idaho, and October 25th and 26th, this Zoo Boise is Boo at the Zoo. Supported by Idaho Pizza Company and, of course, 100.3 The X Rocks. We're very excited. Live broadcast happening on Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon. You can see Adam and Liv out there. And then we're going to be out there all the way till 5 o'clock, baby. Big J, you still, keep track of how many steps you take during the day on your phone or whatever, on your watch?
Yeah.
What are you at? What's the average?
About 15, 20
steps a day?
No, it's about, anywhere between, just depends on the day, 5 to 15,000 steps. It just depends.
You need to make sure you're hitting at least 4,000 steps every day, Big J.
Yes.
New research says that they may cut desk risk by up to 40%. Boston University researched over 13,000 U.S. Americans, and they found out that if you walk 4,000 steps once or twice weekly, that's fine. But if you do it every day, you're reducing your death risk by 26%, heart disease by 27%.
Yeah, now we're talking.
And that's a pretty good number, dude. If you can kick out those numbers to like 7,000, you're decreasing your death risk by 32%. It's really about building it up into your daily lifestyle and being mindful of it and making sure you're hitting those numbers if you can on a regular basis. The study tracked participants for 11 years, but focused mostly on the older side of things. Is something to keep in mind as well. But Big J, you're no spring chicken, and so it's probably good to aim for those numbers if you can. I beg of you, please. And thank you.
All right.
Tonight, the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays will square off in Game 1 of the World Series in Toronto. The Dodgers are going for their 9th title, second in a row, of course, and the Blue Jays have won 2 titles, but they haven't won since 1993, back when you were still in short pants. And they have been pretty good all season long, but the Dodgers are heavy favorites, and so they're favored to win it all. Blue Jays a pretty big underdog, but we need Big J's World Series prediction. Who do you got? What do you like?
Let's go with the Dodgers. 5 games.
5 games. So a pretty easy series for the Los Angeles Dodgers, huh?
Yep.
We will see if you're right. You putting any money on this, Big J? It's
No.
illegal to bet here in Idaho.
No.
Just making sure. We talked about this off air yesterday, Big J, but I figured it was time to bring the conversation on the actual radio. Nobody really knows who Alan Hamill is, but he is the widow of Suzanne Summers, Big J. The actress passed away October 15th, 2023, one day before her 77th birthday. And the gentleman, Alan, was married to Suzanne Summers for 46 years, so it's very clear their relationship was a close one, right?
Yeah.
And he is developing an artificial intelligence replica of his late wife. He was talking to People magazine, and he said that he had basically put this all together and helped with the help of several companies put together an AI that would answer him in the way that his wife would. And he says that he is convinced it's Suzanne. That he asked her a few questions, she answered them, and it blew me and everybody else away. And when you look at the finished one next to the real Suzanne, he says he can't even tell the difference. The AI was trained using all of 27 of Summers' books and hundreds of her interviews. Hamill says he originated the idea in the 80s when they met AI scientist Ray Kurzweil. Now, I don't know how serious that is. That sounds like a line of BS to me. But apparently it was Suzanne's idea, he claims, which also feels like BS to me as well.
Yeah, it's sad.
And saying that he wants to use this AI not only to continue his relationship with his wife, but also help fans with health information through the technology, because we know that Suzanne Summer, one of the benefactors of the Thigh Master, was who we all turn to for health information, right?
Yeah, of course.
And we want that to continue on, even though she's left this mortal coil. This seems really creepy to me, dude.
It
I
is.
don't like it.
This is the sad, and I mean just it's bad.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't do that. Don't make AI creations of somebody once they've left. It's not okay, and it's weird.
Even if they say it's okay, it's not okay.
It's not good for you. I'll put it that way. Like, I mean, even if they're like, I want to live forever, don't you ever do anything else with anybody else but me, it's still like not good for your mental health.
Yeah, because as human beings, we know that's not going to happen. We're like, they're not going to do that. I'm going to be gone. They'll move on.
Really weird. I mean, 46 years is a long time to be with anybody. Of course, there's lots of love there, but like, it's still really, really weird.
It would have to be just tremendously painful and hard to, keep going after that.
Sure.
But I mean,
and now what do you do? You can't shut her down.
Just lies,
right? No disassemble. So I mean, you can't do that.
You don't want to pull the plug twice on somebody.
God, man, it's dark. I don't like it.
I use humor, Nick, to cover our pain.
I'm saying you're right. Like, it's
yeah.
essentially this. You'd have to do it twice, and that's awful. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We've got your pop culture smackdown. It's next on the X Rocks. It ain't so on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. It is Friday. It is time for us to check in with a couple of our favorite people from the Comedy Lounge here in Boise. Coral and Jen join us this morning. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
It is
Happy Friday. I'm a little slow this morning. We're just talking about my box wine hangover. So,
ouch.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm sorry that the curtain call comes so early on Friday
Man,
mornings.
yeah.
It does make going out on a Thursday night difficult,
But,
so thank you.
To be frank, I was actually not going to come this morning, and then my body woke me up anyway in a show of total protest towards anything I actually want.
Yeah. No, I know what that's like as well.
That's every
I get
morning
that.
here.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Great.
But thank you for braving the elements and coming in and talking about things happening at the Comedy Lounge. And this weekend feels like a good way to talk about the eclecticness of the lounge and what you guys have going on a regular basis.
Is that because we have a jazz quartet coming in?
I think so, right?
Yeah. Well, okay, but it not only the eclecticness, but also the caliber of performers.
Right.
Because Thomas Hutchings with his Anomaly Quartet has been at Carnegie Hall and B.B. King's House of Blues. Like, I mean, in some of the best venues for live music. Particularly for jazz, he's played at the Bottom Line in New York City. So, I mean, if you like jazz, then you should come to the show.
I am very ignorant about that particular format of music, but I
Yeah.
respect people that do it because I know it's not easy and it's unscripted and it's very like flow and going with the kind of improv of it all, which is impressive. But you are, so you know what a big deal this guy is, right?
He is a big deal, and the people that he got to play on his latest album are living legends. Like, I mean, it's pretty crazy. So, yeah, if you want to come out, and if you're somebody that isn't into jazz but if you're jazz curious, don't worry, it won't hurt. Just come on out. If you don't like it, you can leave. These are all things I had people say to me when early
Jazz
on in
don't
my
bite.
Yeah, exactly. So that is, I'll let Coral do the details.
Yeah, that's going to be tonight, actually. Doors at 6, show at 7. And then we have so many other things. We'll have food available as well. So come early and get your food in, and we'll have drinks, and it's going to be a grand old time. And then next weekend on Halloween's on Friday, right?
Yes.
Next
Yeah,
Friday?
it
Okay,
is.
so we are 7 days away, people. You still have time to plan. But we have Slutty Halloween.
That's
and
the
we're gonna
best
be-
Halloween.
Yeah, we
Oh,
just
it's gonna
leaned
be
right
great.
into it because
Like,
people do
are
it
gonna be
anyway, and we're
slutty
like,
anyway.
let's just call it what it is and let all the people that want to have a slutty costume, let's have them. They can shine.
Okay.
Yeah. So Slutty Halloween is the name of our show and party.
And to top it off, we're actually going to have a costume contest to find the sluttiest. So
Boy, that's
there
quite-
will be a
that's
challenge.
dangerous.
Yeah,
You've thrown down
I
the
feel.
gauntlet for that is going to be a lot of fun.
I do feel like I need to put out the disclaimer. you still have to abide by obscenity laws. So pink parts,
cover your pink parts.
pink parts are covered.
Yeah. You
Anything
can't
else
be
we
the
don't care.
invisible man
Yeah.
for. Got it. Understood.
Word.
Understood.
Yeah, but music by Guardians of Virginity, who always put on a theatrical show. So Dustin from the Gov, lots of projector slides and lyrics on the screen, which is a lot of fun. 2 magicians, 2 comedians, and a lot of slutty costumes. Big thanks to Adam and Eve for sponsoring it. We will be playing games with audience participation during the show, and you can win some prizes courtesy of Adam and
That's
Eve.
synergy
That's
right
pretty
there.
much all we
Yeah.
need to say. So yes, if you are feeling slutty, come on out for Slutty Halloween. It's just fun to say that just over and over again.
LoungeBoise.com is where you can grab tickets to not only tonight's event, but next week's as well. Coral, we are in the throes of fall. Any seasonal stuff happening at the lounge that you're a fan of currently that we should keep an eye out for?
I mean, I have a blueberry strudel sour on right now.
Blueberry
that is
God.
strudel.
It sounds delicious.
Damn.
It sounds delicious. It's good, huh?
It's really,
Makes me
really
wanna
good.
drink
Yeah,
beer.
it's by Weldworks. I believe they're out of Colorado. So Colorado's putting out some like really interesting beer lately.
I always will say it. If you're looking for different and cool things, we talk about the eclecticness of the lounge. Coral does a great job curating the beverage menu there, and always my go-to for the latest and greatest and what's out there. So
Aw,
thank you
thank
for
you.
all that you guys do. We appreciate you coming in, and make sure you check out loungeboise.com to check out all the events coming up and grab tickets to tonight and next week as well. Thank you guys. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Of course, Morning
the
After
best.
with Nick and Big J. We're talking textual healing. That's next on the X. Morning After with Nick and Big J. It is an honor and privilege to talk about some great nonprofits that help out some great people here in the Treasure Valley, and one of them is Idaho to Fly. And it's an honor and privilege to welcome in both Steve and Chris from Idaho to Fly to talk a little bit about things. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good morning.
Good
Doing
morning.
well.
Thank you all for coming in and getting up early and talking about this. It's a really, really awesome nonprofit that you do. If you had to explain to somebody what Idaho to Fly is and what it does, how would you describe that?
Idaho to Fly is a nonprofit organization that supports men with cancer, and it's supporting them through their whole journey. We offer a variety of activities throughout the year, but our main activity is a retreat, and it's billed as a fly fishing retreat where guys get an opportunity to go out and do some fly fishing, but it's also to get them to be a part of our community, to discuss their cancer and talk about some of the things that they're going through. The retreats are designed to have 14 men at each of the retreats, and there's a trained facilitator that will talk to these individuals and just go through a number of questions, and they begin opening up about their cancer, and then they'll have an opportunity to get out in the river and do some fly fishing. A lot of these guys don't know how to fly fish. We have fishing friends that are like guides, but they're fishing friends that'll help them on the retreat. And then it's amazing to see the change in perspective that these guys leave with that retreat. All these retreats are fully funded. They don't have to pay a cent. The only cost they have is the cost to get to the retreat. And then the activities afterwards, one of the main activities we have after the retreat is we have a coffee gathering that we do twice a week, every other week. And guys get together and sit and just talk about everything. They may talk about their cancer. They may talk about fishing. They may talk about hunting. We're coming into football season. They'll definitely talk about football and what's going on with Boise State and just a variety of things. But it gives them an opportunity to stay connected. And if there's an issue that they're having, they've got a number of guys there that they can talk to about that particular issue. And sometimes it's just it's a challenge that may come in. Maybe they have to go through surgery, or maybe they have to go through a particular procedure, and they just want to talk to somebody about it and kind of let loose on it and say, "Hey, this is kind of scary. What should I do?" So we're always there for them to support them with these different things that they're doing.
Yeah, men, sometimes we really are kind of guarded. We don't talk about our emotions and let alone with our families sometimes, but with other men, sometimes it's not easy to do. So, this environment just kind of lends itself to that opportunity where you're just out doing guy stuff, and it kind of makes it easier for that to happen. How have you guys noticed from the beginning of this to right now, because you've been doing it for a lot of years, how the program has changed?
We started a little over 12 years ago, and it was started by a doctor and a psychologist, and who felt there was this need for these men who were part of a fraternity they never wanted to join. And what they realize is when you have a life-threatening disease or any of the cancers, it impacts your whole family. And that's why a lot of us have stayed in it, because we see the improvement that it makes with the family. So at the retreats, when they get there, they may think they're going fishing, but there's a lot of program discussions. We have questions that have been worked out. To be a facilitator, you start as an apprentice, then a trainee, and then eventually, if you pass muster, you can actually do the questions, which can be, like we were saying, very emotional for a lot of these folks. And again, the fact that it really helps the families out so much is why I think a lot of us have stayed involved. So it's been over 12 years. We started with one retreat. We're up to 6 retreats a year, and then so many other activities. The big thing is that, and not everybody wants to continue to talk about their cancer, but most guys, when they realize, hey, that retreat was good, I got to talk to people, then they go to one of our fishing days, or they go to the sturgeon pond, or they do our art classes, or go to a ball game. We have all these things to say, you are part of this community, and we're here for you through your whole journey. It's not just, okay, we're here for this weekend, and then bye-bye. Thanks a lot for coming.
Yeah.
So I think, again, that's why a lot of us are so passionate about it, because we've seen the help that it provides, not just to the man with cancer, but the people around him.
Yeah, because I imagine if you find out you're on this journey, it's easy to sometimes try to compartmentalize and make sure that you're not dealing with things or keeping it separate from the family. And part of the difficult thing can be finding your people and trying to find other people that have gone through this experience and understand what it's like. And having that nature-like environment, or even just that comfort factor, has to be incredible for mental health for everybody, right?
It most definitely. When you look at what our volunteer group, most of the volunteers that we have, including Chris and I, have experienced cancer ourselves. We both have cancer and we're dealing with it. So we have an understanding of some of the things that these guys are going through. So they have somebody that can talk to. And when they look at that and be able to look at talk to other people that have the same experience, makes a big difference in their lives. And it relieves them of some of the stress they're going through. When they come to to the retreats especially, they come pretty closed. And as you said earlier, men don't like to talk about these things. We've had guys come to our retreats that haven't talked to their spouses about some of the treatments that they have to go through. That we have one guy that said, I'm going to do surgery next week, and I haven't told my wife yet.
Yeah.
And so you've got a number of those things that are going on, and all of a sudden it opens them up, and they're thinking, man, I got a support group I can talk to about this, and it's important.
Yeah, it's a fantastic program, but as you said, fully funded. So how do we fund that? How can we help make sure that continues to happen?
We do a number of different funding type events. We have a funding event coming up here on October 29th, which is the Real Hope dinner and auction. That's going to be a jump, and that's a big event coming up. We also have a lot of regular donations that people can send in, but the Real Hope dinner is going to be the big event that we have coming up here on October 29th.
It's a pretty big deal. Yeah.
It is a big deal. It's going to be at 5 o'clock. I can't remember. We've got like 40 or 50 different auction items. We've got a number of live auction items. We've got some trips. We have fishing days on different rivers that they could go to. Just a lot of really good auction items that people can get involved with.
Great.
So we want you to buy those tickets. Make sure you're taking part of that gala and helping out Idaho to Fly. If people want more information, or if they want to learn a little bit more about the nonprofit, there a website or someplace people could go to?
Yes, we have a website. It's Idaho 2, and it's a number 2, fly.org.
Beautiful.
Idaho2fly.org.
So make sure you check out that website, learn more about it, take part in the gala, and help out some great people, helping out some people on this incredible journey and learning a little bit more about what you guys do. It's incredibly important. So thank you both for coming in and telling it. It's an honor to meet both of you. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Bad impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, we got some tickets for you, man. Adam Sandler is going to be here on Tuesday at the Fort Idaho Center Arena. The funny man in town. We'll get you tickets to that for free. You just got to figure out bad impressions here this morning.
All right. 208-287-1003 is the number if you'd like to play. Bad Impressions works this way. Big J has 3 clues. They all revolve around someone that's pretty famous.
Yes, sir.
And if you can figure out who that particular famous person is in 3 clues or less, congratulations. It is you that's going to go check out Adam Sandler come Tuesday, and we wish you the best of luck. Are you ready, Big J?
I'm ready.
Now let's go to the phone.
Good morning. I need to go see Adam.
All right, well, we're going to try. Good luck, man.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, look, Mom, I have scissors for hands.
Johnny Depp. Wait, go ahead.
You're right, though.
Johnny Depp is correct. Good job, sir. Hang on 1 second. We'll hook you up with those Adam Sandler tickets. What were clues 2 and 3?
No more drunk pirate Jack Sparrow for me. And several of my movies are Halloween approved, like Pirates of the Caribbean, Sweeney Todd, and Willy Wonka, to name a few.
And why is Johnny Depp in the news?
Nick, in the year 2026, we are going to get a lot of Ebenezer Scrooge. And some of it is going to be Johnny Depp. Paramount Pictures is finalizing negotiations with Johnny to portray Ebenezer Scrooge. So that'll make his return to the big screen. Ebenezer: A Christmas Carol, Nick. It's a new version that is being developed by some people who are known for horror films, Pearl and Maxine, Ty West. So that should be interesting. And then on the flip of that, the folks over at Warner Brothers are looking to create a potential Ebenezer Scrooge movie with Willem Dafoe playing Scrooge.
How many different versions of this do we need?
I don't know.
There's 15 of them already.
It's been a minute since we've had one. I mean
Jim Carrey did one like 6 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay, it's 6 years ago. And then it's been a while since Bill Murray played Scrooge, which I think was one of the best castings he's ever been in.
Well, he wasn't Scrooge in that movie. The movie was called Scrooge, but it was a play on it, of course.
Yes.
But he didn't play Ebenezer Scrooge in the movie.
Yeah, so we're going to get our Scrooge full ofness next year, Nick.
Hot take, none of them will be as good as the Muppets version of A Christmas Carol. You heard it here first.
All right.
It's great. Michael Caine is in it. It's wonderful. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your bad impressions. Maybe you didn't. That is Sleep Token. That is Caramel here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Wrapping up the show for not only this particular day, but also this week. Can we please thank out loud Jen and Coral from the Comedy Lounge for popping by, talking about all the things coming up. Check out loungeboise.com for tickets. Can we thank out loud flytoidaho.com for coming by and checking out all the things that's going on in their world and taking part in their gala that's coming up on the 29th, so pay attention to that as well. We had our last keyword, at least for the morning show, for textual healing. We had another clue in the murder mystery, Big J. You got to hear New Hailstorm. Seems like a pretty good Friday to meet.
Damn right, man. And yes, thank you. Out loud?
Yeah.
Shouting out loud.
Thank you. But it does leave you the floor, sir.
Yeah, man. I got a week here, Nick, to cram in as many John Carpenter movies as I can get into. As this time next week, I'll be wrapping up the show and getting the hell out of here and flying to Los Angeles.
To see Mr. John Carpenter perform live. Their second time seeing it.
Yeah.
What did he do last time? Was it all just stuff from his scores from his movies, or was it other stuff?
No, that's all.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he does covers or something. He did some other things, maybe.
No, he's got plenty of material on his own.
All instrumental, though, right? He doesn't sing or anything like that? Or was there a singer?
They have. No, there's no singing.
Okay.
They have the clips of movies in the background.
See, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
It is super cool.
I like that a lot. And odds that you'll run into John Carpenter afterwards again? Pretty high?
I mean, I didn't know it was happening last time, so it could, man.
Yeah. Are you prepared? I think you should prepare yourself.
I'm way more prepared this time.
Beautiful.
Like this time, I'll be like, hey, can we get a picture? I know it'll steal your soul, but...
Yeah, you didn't even get a picture last time, right?
No, I didn't.
Did you shake his hand, though?
Yes.
All right. Kiss him on the mouth?
No.
All right. Well, goals. Morning After
That's not a goal.
with Nick and Big J. That is it for us. Jason Drew's coming in next. We will see you all next week. It's the X Rocks.